out here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are interviewing Childz today. This is our guest of honor. We're doing something different. Say what's up.
What's up, people? Follow me at Childz _ Childz with a Z, like Trey Songz.
Okay, he look a little like Trey Songz too, don't he? A little bit,
No,
maybe.
no.
No, okay. I'm sorry.
He got the fresh cut.
Yeah,
Like
I'm seasick for real, ladies. So
Right.
FYI for y'all. But just to get into it, like, subscribe, follow YouTube, Spotify, anywhere the podcasts are streaming at, you will find us there. So, brother, he's in the back.
I'm in the back.
A-Mac, what's up, A-Mac?
A-Mac is here. There we go.
It's one of our feature interviews. If you guys follow us, you know about that. If you don't, go back and look at it. This is amac.com is what he just said.
Release bold.
Bold, yes.
If I knew then what I know now.
So if I knew then what I knew now, very later. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Like, let's not talk about it. But yeah, we're interviewing him. We're going to do a review. So following this interview will be the Alphas reviewing his actual album, If I Knew Then What I Know Now. It was released March 29th of this year, and it is 44 minutes. It's a very nice album. So following this will be details on that. So let's get the interview started. Brother, you want to start the interview?
Yeah, I have one quick question about the album.
Yeah.
Was there a strategic placement of the songs, like on the second half, where you had like a lot more like R&B samples and loops? Was that strategic at all?
Yeah. Well, not really, but it came out like that. Like the first half of the CD is pretty much like new sounds, like stuff I never really rapped on for real.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the middle part is like, the female section. And then the back end is what that's my sound really on the back end.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. I noticed all of the female songs were together. I did know that they were right after each other.
Yeah.
I was like,
Get that out
okay. So you said, I think it's been 8 years that you've been an artist?
Yeah, you got skin in the game too.
Yeah. I like your cover art. What was the story behind your cover art?
I just wanted to, I don't know, I like nature.
Okay.
And this is an album of reflecting and being, just reflection pretty much. That's what it's about. Getting it right this time. If I knew then what I know now. Right.
And that's very relatable. Absolutely. That is one of the notes I have on the review. Stay tuned for that, like I said. But it's something that I know everybody can relate to.
Yeah.
If I knew then what I know now, But then another thing I thought about when I listened to it was, everything happens for a reason too. You know what I mean? But Lord knows, if I could go back, it would be fantastic.
That's a good point, sister. So is that a belief that you share, Childz? Do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
No question. Like probably about a year ago, man, I was ready to quit. Like, I was done. I was about to just get on my career path with work and just quit. Then my guy A-Mac knocked on the door.
A-Mac?
And he really kept me going.
What is your biggest influence in as far as hip hop artists are concerned?
J. Cole.
Okay.
Drake. Pop.
You said, wait a minute, Drake or Dre?
Drake. Today. Drake.
Okay.
D-R-A-K-E.
With a K, okay.
Drake too though.
Yeah.
More of the newer Drake, so not the old. I ain't with the Chronic.
Oh, I like the Chronic. That's alright.
You can play that.
Well, he made two Chronics,
Yeah, I like the second Chronic.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
more my speed.
Okay.
That's always a big debate, though. They both about, you can go either way on that one.
Yeah, but whatever time he was in.
Right. What are some of your goals in hip hop? Like, once you blow, what are some things that you have in mind to do with your career?
That's deep. I just hope I can inspire people, the same people that inspired me, like Nipsey Hussle.
R.I.P. Yes.
People like Hov.
Yes.
Just doing your own thing, man. You don't need nobody out here to make your own moves.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself.
Amen.
That's what's up. That's what it's all about, and that's what all artists should aspire to do. So that's commendable. So children, let's talk about that. You said you do have a child. Do you have more? How many children do you have?
I got one.
One. Is it boy or girl?
Little boy.
Oh.
3
His name
years.
is Paul.
3 years.
I thought you said how old.
Is he a junior?
Nah, I don't want to do no juniors.
You know, I thought about, like, if I have a child, I would want my child to be named Trina Junior. Is that like, is that weird?
I know a female junior.
For real?
She like 40. But she a junior though.
She's a junior? Like, it's in her name.
Her name is Jacqueline something Junior.
I don't think I ever met a female junior before.
I didn't know people did it. I want to do it. I'd do it.
It's like, super rare. When she said it, I was like, you bullshit.
Right.
She showed me on her ID.
Wow. So you live, are you native to Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
All my life.
Okay. And have you ever been in the military out here?
No.
Or ever wanted to go?
Hell no.
I know,
Never
right?
wanted to do it. Okay, that's what's up. I dig that because everybody
Me
here
neither.
like think they people that don't join the military think they missing out on something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but that's in line with your mindset that you just expressed, like doing your own thing.
Independent, right.
Like that's congruent with what you just said.
Is this your first studio album?
Nah, this my.
He got skin in the
got
game.
balls.
I seen his list.
I
I seen he made a few albums.
This probably my 8th CD.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I mean, I didn't drop every year, even though I've been rap for 8 years, but
Are they
it's,
all?
ironically, it's like my 8th one, I think.
Are some of them mixtapes?
Yeah, I got some
EP. Okay.
mixtapes.
Okay.
I probably I got one EP called, well, I don't know if y'all want to call it EP or not, but it's 7 tracks. It's called Yesterday.
Okay. So yeah, definitely check that out, y'all. Where can they find? Is everything on Spotify?
Everything.
Everything's on Spotify.
Yeah. I sound you about to wrap up, sis. I had one more.
I wasn't about to wrap
question.
up.
Huh?
I wasn't about to wrap up.
No, it just like, where can people find you? It just sound like I don't know, my bad. But no, Childz, the question I was gonna ask is
Yeah.
when I was analyzing the album, I heard a couple parts, different parts in the album, where it sounded like you know ready for the success and the money that comes with it, but like you know it can add to like how complicated your life already is.
Yeah.
And there was another point where you didn't quite say that exactly, but it was something on the lines of, and I forgot that even the context or quote that was used there, but it was something still on the lines of you may not be ready to make it big, like mentally or something. But I don't know, but whatever that might have been, like, give me your thoughts on that just in this interview, like.
Well, what song you talking about? And I can break it down.
You know what?
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
you know what? It's crazy because I wrote like a lot of quotes from the album, and that was like not one of the ones I wrote down, yo.
What you talking about when I said if
I was more just curious.
adding money to my situation might be dangerous.
Yeah, that, and there was another part of the album where you said something else similar to that. But I was just wondering what your thoughts were in general as far as
Being mentally prepared to have an influx of flow,
like,
cash
you know what I
flow.
mean? Like, what do you expect? You know, with success, like how prepared do you feel for it?
Well, I'm
Like, yeah.
I don't really got too many friends, so
Me neither.
it's like
I don't like people.
that too. You know what I'm saying? I hate customer service. I hate all that shit. But the being that my circle's small, I mean I like it small though. I don't gotta. These people around me that I trust with my life almost. So,
Right.
but I got a lot of other outside people that I help them, but I know I can't trust them.
Right.
So then, if I, like I said, adding money to my situation, I know I can't keep it small for real. I'm gonna have to expand and ask for favors, ask for help. And it's just gonna be a risk I'm gonna have to take.
It's with that though, there's contracts.
Contracts.
That's contracts.
I think it's also like just physically like distancing yourself, like not really spending much time around these type of cats so they can't size you up, right?
But you're smart. That's very wise. You sound very wise. How old are you?
28,
For real?
unfortunately.
I should be older than that. Oh, look at that sun. Oh, that sun said, hey, girl.
You doing damn good.
I got a good question for you that I've been sitting on while brother figured out his question. That took 10 minutes. No, I'm joking, brother. if you were to choose a career path, what career would you have gotten into?
Being an IT somewhere.
Okay.
IT specialist.
Okay. That's what I got my degree in, IT. But, so again, we're interviewing Childz here, Childz with a Z. You can find him on most streaming services, Google Play, Spotify. His Instagram handle is the same, Childz with a Z. Underscore after the Z. Underscore after the Z. We thank you so much for being on the show and giving us your time and everything. And we hope everybody enjoys. Stay tuned again for our interview, track by track. And thank you, AMAC. We appreciate you coming out as well. It's good to see you again, brother. So you guys have a good week and peace. Absolutely Alphas everywhere. Bye, y'all. Thanks. Bye. So you guys.
By Crow.
Oh, you don't know. Chase some paper, you don't know. Yeah, they hate you, you don't know. She won't break, you don't know. I'm the greatest. Oh, you don't know. About the blow, you don't know. About my dough, you don't know. She at the dough, you don't know. What we doing, nigga? Make a lot of moves, count a lot of paper. All I wanna do is count a lot of paper. Make a lot of moves, count a lot of paper. All I wanna do is count a lot of paper. Stack my paper. Never been a sucker, nigga. I can't hate ya. Rather scream, fuck a nigga. If it ain't about the green, what we about to do then? I'm headed to the club. Bunch of 30s in my crew then. Tryna get my shine on. Make her spill a wine on. She dancing cause my line's on. Pull up, let her grind on. These ball mains and diamonds. She whispered that I'm fine on. Can I
And that's how we start the show from now with a clap.
Action.
So absolutely
Satisfaction.
Yo, action with manual like hands, not with the black and white tool. So absolutely off. We're out here with Tone
And Trina. Welcome back, guys.
back on the scene here
Yes.
to deliver to you the most raw reviews and interviews on hip hop on the internet. You can find. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right away. The notification bell after that, the follows, and you're commenting below here and on iTunes. Same handle there and all podcast platforms.
All the platforms.
But the comments are really appreciated here and on iTunes mostly.
And real quick, the Himalaya app, and as well, when you go to iTunes, leave a review, please.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That helps us out a lot. And if you have any questions or concerns, absolutely alphas@gmail.com. Now, you guys will notice that preceding this video, we did the actual interview with the artist that we're about to review. Shout out to Childz. It was a wonderful interview. Very creative gentleman. So I'm gonna wait to get into those juicy details, but.
Oh, thank you. And I was just going to say also social media handles too. Absolutely Alpha same handle on all social media platforms. Finally, it was cool. Back to I guess real work out here. Not taking too much time off and winding down though. A lot of things are being dropped out. I would say that. This definitely a time and I think also year of changing of the guard for me.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are like changing of the guard. It's a saying. I'm not going to explain that right now. So someone knows what I'm talking about. So yeah,
tell me later though.
A lot of things.
Can you tell me after the show?
Yeah, I don't mind telling you.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you. So yeah, I mean, this is basically cutting a lot of things out. That no longer serve purpose in my life. So
what you do yesterday?
Yesterday. Oh, we went to the silent disco, right?
Yeah, we went to the silent disco. That was fun.
Yeah, so so that's something we just did this weekend, and now it's Easter out here. So we
Happy Easter! First of all, Happy Resurrection Sunday out here.
He is risen, and make sure you post that he is risen. Comedy.
Y'all probably don't even be using a hot comb no more. You get your edges laid like I used to back in the day on Easter Sunday. R.I.P. hot comb.
Otherwise, how was your week?
And Dax, thick Dax grease. My week was fantastic. Per the usual, I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of good meetings. I went to a film festival Friday that was extremely inspiring. It's a 7 Cities Film Festival at Zeeler's Theater and Town Center in Virginia Beach, and it was so inspiring and phenomenal. You guys can look that website up to get the films that were entered, but and my film crew went with me, and it was a blast. I'm so glad I went. But you want to get to the reviews?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So we have Childz with "If I Knew Then What I Knew Now." So instantly that title is very relatable. It jumps. I think it'll grab everyone's attention. Like everyone thinks that all the time.
Yeah.
Every day on a regular basis.
Only you.
And he made it a point to make the album just as relatable.
Yeah.
So synopsis: relatable album. I can tell like within the first 3 tracks that he's a strong executor, so I appreciate that. And also has relatable topics as far as the struggle. It's a struggle album about to come up.
Yeah, about to come up. It's a coming of age.
It's about to come up, you know, and
definitely.
Day ones, people who were there, people who weren't. That's the overall theme of the album. And just to wrap up my summary, those are all the strong points that I appreciate. You know, those would be the best parts of the album, I think. I'm playing now what I think is the best song in the album. It's All Summer, actually.
That's my goodness. Favorite track and beat. Look, boom.
Yeah, like I mean, it was strong execution with him and AMAC, guest AMAC on this album too.
We did a review on him.
Yeah,
if you ain't see it, check it out.
Yeah, we did AMAC Bowl before.
Yeah.
So
he's a good artist.
So All Summer.
And they're friends.
Yeah, they're close friends, but like they was strong execution and beat on All Summer. So you know that.
I said the same thing. Oh, we gotta do a panel.
Yeah, on that definitely. So basic synopsis. What I didn't like about the album is it is front loaded as far as beats, and on the back end there's a very consecutive sound that I'll get into that I'll elaborate on here shortly. So let me start my track by track. So the intro song is With Love Still. Very strong intro theme. It summarized the whole theme and style, the theme of the album and his style well.
It's like his thesis statement,
yeah,
if you will, for the album.
And you don't always get that, you know, on the intro. So he did well with that. And also I think it's a good intro for his beat selections, because in the interview, if you paid attention to the interview that you just, you know, that was on his video before, he actually says that the earlier beats, like the first half of the album, because I asked him about it, he said the first half of the album were beats that he was like, they were like a new style for him, and like on the second half, like, it was like more like his type of thing. So you know, I think with Love Still, it has some of that like that old soul to it that you know that he likes to do. Then Into Deep sounds like a chopped up Cream, Wu-Tang. He like chopped up the Wu-Tang, and I mean, but it sounds more futuristic and brutal, and I love it actually.
Okay, brutality.
Yeah, but he broke up the Cream beat for Wu-Tang, and also solid bars by him and guest rapper D Gaines as well.
Lot of solid samples too. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciated the samples.
Absolutely. So day one, you know, basically niggas ain't been around since day one. The bottom line, a topic frequently brought up, you know, throughout the album, but he made it the point to make that the theme of this particular song, Day One. So it's a very literal title to me, like Day One, you know, and another very dope beat as well. Let me actually skip back to Day One now.
I like Day One too.
Yeah, this sounds has a funky, like Afrocentric sound to it to me, you know. Yeah, I like that.
Mysterious. Wind chimes.
Yeah, we'll let that ride out.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, we already talked about All Summer. I got some
good summer song.
Yeah. You know what? That I didn't get from the song. I mean, but you know what? Yeah, It didn't grab me right away. The summer sound didn't grab me right away, but it's a dope track. Any
I would play that in my car.
like I have it on repeat all the time. Like it's like that.
All the
But all the time. But I got some lines from All Summer. You talk way too much to get your point across. Who you think you crossing? Bitch, I'm too parallel. Keep that shit 100. I don't do fairy tales.
Oh.
And also, I think the concept of the song really was about grinding all summer. It wasn't really like a party track. It was like them talking about it, like the grind.
Okay.
And then Mac is really, he's really mainly just on the chorus, and he has like a short verse to end.
Yeah.
And he has like a little like quick, smooth metaphor about the rubber band. So that was cool too. Stressed out flows, so much relatability. Again, it's very literal. Like you look at that like okay, this like you start listening to him. It's like he's talking about shit that you probably went through, like or something like that. Stressed out flows. Like it's very literal title and very relatable. And this should have been the title track. I thought Stressed Out Flow should have been the title track. And another point of relatability on here.
It was like the first concept piece.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, for like something deviating from what he was already talking about for sure. And he talks about something that I can relate to as well as far as like collabing with friends or other artists. Mm-hmm. Like any time that I think, because my circle of friends is always changing, and it's like you develop such close bonds with people, and you think that you're going to be like, these will be your friends or your bros for life. Mm-hmm. And but it's not even like ill will or like it's not like you have bad feelings or bad.
Y'all are just different people.
You just grow apart. Like you might move and you don't have time to keep in touch. I mean it happens. But he okay. I thought I wrote the actual line he said it on, but nah, I didn't write the line that he actually said it about. Stressed Out Flows also has an ill beat switch as well. It's one of the beat switch tracks. Okay. And that should have been a title track.
That was the only one, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't think there's another one.
I thought I might have a note on one other one. So I think on this track he actually says "What I Know Now." Mm-hmm. But then the title track, which follows, is the interlude and has no rapping on it. And
it's like a poet.
It's a spoken word about. It sounds like woman abuse. That's what it sounds like it's about. It has a chick doing spoken word on there, and it's for the title track. I thought it was out of place to be there. That alone probably wouldn't even have been like significant enough to mention. And without like the rest of the stuff, like if the other half of the album were as good as the first half, I probably wouldn't even be like really talking about this for real.
Okay.
But it's just like okay. It then also another note. Well, actually I don't even have a note for it. But Stressed Out Flows. I remember that like. That song, not only me thinking that should have been the title track, but also like the sound of that, like he was getting back to like his soulful sound, and it's kind of preluding, what he's about to do with the second half of the album. Yeah, it's preluding what he's about to do with the second half of the album. Okay, so Just the Two. He has Just the Two and No Reply back to back, and like Genuine wasn't really a chick song, but what I'm getting at, Just the Two and No Reply are two chick songs. So I do appreciate it. He didn't. You know what?
And as he said, he put them together.
Right. And okay, so let me just do a synopsis on the second half here. So you have these two chick songs. You have I think it was We All We Got. It starts off sounding like a chick song, but then like the overall sound of this realm of the album, except for Gotio, except for that's gonna have a Cardi B sample on it. But all the other songs. In the second half of the album, all have like an old R&B sample loops and sounds, and old R&B singing
And I
samples.
appreciated that a lot.
Yeah,
I was very impressed, especially when I found out how old he was, because we're years apart. Yeah. And I was like, that's golden.
Yeah, I had a slight bone to pick with it though. I mean, like because something that we just started talking about more on the show recently is track placement. Right. So I guess he could. I'm thinking he should have distributed these songs, I guess, more evenly and not had them so consecutive. Because it's like if you're not just like if you're riding around and you're not like analyzing the album like we are,
Right.
if you're just like riding around in your car, like it's very possible and probable, I think, that you could just fall asleep on the second half of this album. Because it's like it's
Don't drive and
because they it's like because the beats and like he starts off with 2 chick tracks on the second half of the album, and then like some songs that kind of start like chick tracks, but they're not. You got to really pay attention, and it's like
oh my goodness.
Okay, but it's like luckily I'm like actually analyzing the bars, and I see that he's still bringing some fire. You know,
like they say, don't drive and drink.
Don't drink and drive. So I mean, but he's a strong executor, but it's still some songs where he's stronger than others. So you know, I wouldn't say consecutively like always a strong executor, but you know, definitely he can spit.
Yeah.
So getting back to the track by track, just to chick song with R&B sampling I put, but he had strong execution on the first verse of this song. It's actually, you know, with Just Two and Just Two Backseat, that is a beat switch.
That's a beat switch.
It is a beat switch. Then No Reply. So, story of a regular dude. Okay, so all regular dudes in Hampton Roads, I think, can relate one to the title and just to the overall dating atmosphere in Hampton Roads for men. So very relatable once again. Talks about shorty wasting time. He's trying to make it work, but she playing him.
But she's on the most.
No reply. And that's, but y'all know how it goes, fellas. You in Hampton Roads, you know how that go. Like
Hampton Roads, fellas, no.
Like Genuine, so basically saying like he's the same OG, like Genuine, the song from back in the day.
Same OG.
He does a He does a dual duet singing with Courtney J, which I thought that part sounded cool. How they just, please stop, sis. Please stop. Yeah, so he does a dual duet with Courtney J. I thought it was cool how they were like, he was rapping in sync with her singing. I thought that sounded cool. Comes with one good punchline, but execution, that's the other thing too. Like at this time, where the beats are kind of like, you know, blending. It's like, okay, now the execution starting to weaken. And it's like, it's kind of inconvenient for that to happen. But he talks about his son, you know, I mean, and it's like, and also I get it. Like, I get where okay, so I understand his perspective too, because he's a father. And, you know, he's, like, he even said, like, it used to be all about, you know, back about bitches and money, you know what I mean? But now, like, he's on some other shit. So I understand, like, why he went the directions he did with, like, with the interlude and the, you know, the type of soul that he's bringing here. And if I'm not mistaken, like Genuine, put in pen in there. I'm going to come back to that beat in a moment. Now, Go To Yo is a Cardi B sample song, so this song's really fun too. Let's go ahead and skip to that actually.
Came through dripping. It's like a sample of her voice on there.
Yeah.
That's a dope track. It's okay. It wasn't one of my favorites.
Well, he mixed the sample with like his old like his old soul like instrumental. Yeah. With that whoever that is sampling singing. So that was dope to me how he mixed it up.
It was a great mix. It was a fantastic mix.
I suspect this would be a single just for that reason. That and I mean, and Childz didn't really come through with a strong verse. So like, yeah, so like, I think that he would make this his lead. I actually meant to go on his page to see if this was his lead single, or I should have asked him. Okay, so
I think it is.
Yeah. So okay, so Grace. So I'm gonna actually play that now.
I think that's what he had a video on, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a music video.
So you might be able to hear that Grace is, maybe not, you can't hear it yet. Hold on. Okay, so you might have got enough from that to recognize that is like the piano loop that Biggie used, and I know you hear this on the radio. Like, I don't know the name of that song. And I think even when he sampled that, I think that was sampled from like an R&B song when Biggie did it. And I don't know what the original song is, but wherever this piano loop is sampled from, it's like Childz, like he took like that same piano loop from like the same era or album or whatever. Like what I'm saying, the point I'm making right now at this point, this piano loop is on like 5 of the tracks. That's what I'm trying to say. And
Oh wow.
yeah, it is. This piano loop is on 5 of the tracks. I don't know if he knows it or not.
Crush on you.
Huh?
Crush on you.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's actually also on Like Genuine, I believe. I can go back and make sure actually. But it's the same piano loop, and I'm like, you put like 4 songs in a row with that piano loop, and then Liberty and You're a Day are almost like identical songs in concept. So I mean, so Grace is more like, okay, so you had a piano loop. Grace is more like the party, like gets you moving, because what I mean, with the way he has that rhythm going. Mm-hmm. Liberty, it's more like the old school R&B like sounding with the piano loop,
right?
And then Your Day is more like a church vibe.
That is a fantastic observation. I tell you that.
So
very clever of you.
Yep, I was right. Like Genuine does have it has a very similar piano loop to it.
Interesting.
And then it's almost consecutive with the other 4 songs that have it. I appreciate it. All we got was a strong finish. He picked his execution back up, and I'll skip to that now. And it's like the same piano riff, but maybe the speed is a little different. But like you can hear it on all 5 of those tracks. And let me see what the notes I might got, but that's pretty much it for me, I think. Messing it up. Yeah, it's one of his deeper concept tracks as well. I haven't noticed that it had better concept on it too. So I mean, Childz is still bringing the meat and potatoes, even if I didn't care for his beat selection and beat arrangement or track arrangement. He's still bringing like the meat and potatoes as far as my main metrics, as far as points of strong execution, having some shit to talk about,
right,
besides the typical shit that you hear, right, and bringing some concept and talk about real relatable shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's still bringing strong measures in my main metrics. So I'm gonna give the album an 8 out of 10. It's a great listen.
Yay, applause Sam.
It's a great listen. Make sure you check out Childz, If I Knew Then What I Knew Now. And you won't be disappointed. Overall, you won't be disappointed. Make sure you check it out.
Great review, bro. I have to clap my hands.
You far too kind. Thank you.
So I'm gonna do my review.
There. I'll just keep playing it for you.
No, leave it. I got something I want to play. I found the original Crush on You, and it's Funk Jazz by Jeff Lorber, and it's called Rain Dance. That's the name of the original song. Hey, so look up Jeff Lorber, Lorber Fusion, Rain Dance. That's where they originally got it from. So, moving on. I like that song. Let's go ahead and play it in the background. I want to hear what they're talking about. We'll turn this down.
And I'm pretty sure I haven't heard the original song before, so that's
it's a new experience for you too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was back when guys actually played instruments in the studio. Like they actually had the whole thing. They had the horn and guitar in there.
Applications. So okay. Childz. If you want to find him, you can find him on Instagram, Childz with a Z_ following that Z. He has 8 albums out. I'm not sure which ones are EP, studio, but I know he has 8 bodies of work that are in existence right now. He's been doing this for a while. He's 28 years old. This album was released March 29th of this year, and it's 44 minutes. And I'm going to go through my little points. We share a lot of the same views. With Love, that's the opening track, Alexander Faith featuring. And in the beginning, it's that funny cursing passion, like, go with the light-skinned dude, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That was like the intro.
Okay.
It's a funny cursing passion. I can't remember the name of him. Is it Creflo Dollar? I don't know if that's his name or not. But you guys, if you guys are in the internet, then you know about the cursing passion. He's on the intro. Dope beat, fresh sound. The percussion sound is interesting. It sounds like a wooden block, very like almost Caribbean sound to me. Basically, he's talking about how he found himself with love, and through everything that he's endured and experienced, he found who he needs to be or who he is. That's what I got from that track. In Too Deep's the second track featuring D Gaines. another unique beat. Reminds me of Big Sean, and I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, you should have said that." Yeah,
because he wanted to know which track you were speaking about. So that's
but
it.
this,
Gotcha.
I put this. I didn't put this as a note specifically for the track. I put this more as a note of something for me to reference.
Gotcha.
But like I told him, I feel like his voice is reminiscent of. You know, there are tracks on here where he doesn't sound like him at all, but for the most part, to me, he reminds me of Big Sean in his voice. I will also give real quick. I gotta give video director credits to Childz because we were at a location that wasn't working out, and as you can see, we did it in the truck and rode around, and that was his idea. So I thought that was a fantastic idea because there's a popular show out now that's doing it, and we did that, and it worked out, and I hope you guys liked it. So shout out to him for that idea. So the next track is Day One. Great beat, mellow flow. He's like, y'all wasn't here for the come up, so but I don't care. Fuck y'all. Like, you know what I mean? It's a brag track, hard worker, no days off. He's grinding. That's kind of the theme. The next track, All Summer, we talked about that, featuring A-Mac. Hey, shout out to A-Mac. Favorite track and beat, as I mentioned when he was talking. It's a bouncy beat. It's something you can bounce to, you know. Great song to ride around town to and get it, you know. I think it's a good summer song. Work hard. Gotta go get it track.
It didn't grab me at first as a summer track, but it, like, I get it now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Stressed Out Flows, so that's a struggle track. A lot of coming of age tracks on here. So I don't reference that a lot. Yeah. This is the first one, as I mentioned, where I felt like there was some concept. He lost his girl, he had to get things wrong to make things right. And then there's a beat switch, and the next beat is a little more funky. It's a new wave coming out. These mumble rappers, they trash. That's not what's happening no more. They done died down. And he's trying to be better and have more, basically, in this song is what I gathered. Good song, good solid song. I liked it a lot. If I Knew by Next Gen is the feature. It's an interlude. Next Gen, I'm assuming, is the female poet who is reciting her beautiful poetry on here. I thought it was a beautiful poem. Reviewing what has been learned, and if they knew what they knew now, things would be different, as the case is for most, as we discussed in the interview that you just watched. And everybody thinks that, you know, but then, you know, it's 50-50, because on the other hand, you're like, well, I'm glad it happened because it made me who I am. Maybe you can't know what you knew then now. Like, it's never happened, like, you know what I mean? Right. But it's a rhetorical issue that everybody says, and it's relatable. Highly relatable. Just the two, backseat, sample. Just me and you. Just the two, baby. We don't need nobody else. That's the sample he used. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tony. That's what I'm saying. He has some really, really solid, dope samples on here. Like R&B, 90s samples that I was like, wow. That's why when I was driving, I'm like, how old are you? I'm like, these samples is like, I didn't know you was going to know that. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a great song. Another coming of age concept. And, oh no, I'm talking If I Need the interlude. Yeah, so it's a concept with the interlude, with the poet. Next track, Just a Two, Backseat. He samples Tony. Great song to go with the concept. It's a chick song, and he's basically giving accolades to the female that he's involved with at this time, or that he's in love with at the time, and he just admiring her. That's what this song is about. He mentioned that steak and shrimp is the only food that they eat out in the streets. Yeah. And, you know, I like it. I appreciate it.
And I meant to add, that was one of his strong execution songs. So.
Yeah, I thought he did good on this album. His flow is, the lyrics flow well. Yeah. I'll say that. Next one, No Reply, chick track. They both cheated. He's low-key hurt and mad about the time they wasted. But he misses Shorty on here, though.
Hey, can I add?
But she hard-headed. But he like, you hard-headed, you don't listen, you give advice, you can't take it, like, you know, so.
A quick funny note is like, just as soon as like him being in love with this chick, oh, she's so amazing, and the No Reply's like, fuck that bitch. Like after the shit had like, that's the perfect order. It's like, that was good placement actually.
Yeah, he did that strategically. Because first he's like, I love you, girl. Then like, things start messing up. He's like, you know what? I'm just finna not reply. You hard-headed, you don't listen.
Bitch.
But I love you though. And then he just be like, at the last next time, like, fuck you all together, I hate you and your mother. It's like, no, he didn't say that. So that's no reply. She's hard-headed. The next one is like genuine, as he mentioned earlier with Courtney J. Again, Courtney J, I don't know if I mentioned this already. She sounds like Maya to me. I don't know if you guys remember Maya.
Yeah, that was
Even though I wanna see how you put that thing on me. That's who Maya is, in case you guys don't know. But if you still don't know that song, then Google her and get out of my face about it. So one of the lines from this track that was so profound to me and very relatable to me is they point fingers at you because they situation shit. It's some bridges that got burned and I ain't even trying to fix. You know, so basically he's saying he's resilient. You know, I'm resilient. Gotta make things happen. And he alludes a lot through the album and this track as well about being introverted. And I gathered that from him. You know, I gathered that from him when we talked. You know, he said he had a small circle. And I can see that being completely... And usually, I'm going to tell you, most introverts are very successful people. You know, because they don't deal with the outside. So they don't have that distraction. You know, so... that makes it lines up perfectly, I think. So shout out to you, Childz, for that. He typically keeps to himself. So the next one, Go TA, A-Mac feature, Drip Drip. That's the Cardi B.
I didn't pronounce that right, obviously.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy, but it was my least favorite track, honestly.
I thought it was just some Black Ball Z shit.
It's a brag track. The beat is meh, you know, but it probably will be the single, like you said, which I think it is. I think that's the video that he has out. Grace is the next one. He's basically like, fuck the military. I know it's not the main thing he said, but he said that. He didn't say it like that, but he was like, no, like that's whack. And it's also something he said to us when we were in the interview that you just watched. So, coming to age track again. Yes. No matter what, party track, focus with no females involved. I like it. It's a party vibe. It's a cool track. I like this track a little bit. Liberty featuring Nori Jane, nice beat, another coming of age track. That's really all I had on that. Last two, Your Day, again, Courtney J / Maya. And this song is about your day, basically. You know, what happens when you reach your goal and you've accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish and you're at that point, you know, this is your day. Dreams do come true, nice motivational, decent concept. I didn't like her singing that much on this one, though. I don't know, I just didn't like the way she sounded on that track at all. We All We Got, chick track, she's been doing too much and he's busy.
See what happened? I told you that what happened.
What?
We All We Got wasn't a chick track. It starts off like one, but it's not really a chick track. It's not really it. This is the whole thing. But since there's so much like R&B sound,
it was easy to assume.
It was like, chick
track.
Yep, and that's it. And then you forgot the rest of it.
So the rest of my notes say that this song talks about how he's a hard worker and, you know, count your blessings and be better. Just try to be a better person. You know, that's what else the song is discussing. But I think overall, I think it was a great album. I give it an 8 as well. Boom again. Similar views on this album that we've had.
Analysis.
Yes. But that's it. We're gonna wrap it up now.
Thanks for
we've
watching.
talked enough. We thank you guys.
Comment below, please.
Comment as we offer everywhere. Childz with the Z. I'll put links everywhere in the bio. So I mean, I'm on the YouTube fucking video. We'll have everything you need. But we appreciate you guys and we thank you. And I hope you have a fantastic week. And again, happy Easter.
Follow Childz. Follow us. Subscribe. Thank you.
Oh, don't say stuff after I say bye though. Don't do it though.
I'm doing that out here, y'all.
All right, bye.